notes. Hello, my name is Jessica Bridges. Click that. There we go. Here's my notes. Hello, my name is Jessica Bridges, and today I'm going to be sharing with you all the 2 cultural groups that I identify with that have helped shape me into the person that I am today. First, I'd like to start off by saying, imagine growing up in a small town where everybody knows your name, but also spending summers in a city bursting with energy and diversity. That's been my life. A journey navigating 2 vastly different worlds. These cultures are intertwined, sometimes conflicting, and ultimately complementing each other to create the person that I am today. Through my stories, I hope to show you and share with you guys how these influences have shaped me into the person I am today and the world that is around me. Let's start with my first cultural group. I grew up in a small southern town in the country, about 2 hours outside of Memphis. Life was slow paced and centered around traditions, manners, and southern hospitality. Everybody knew everybody, and sports, barbecues, and get-togethers were a big part of life. Full of homemade foods, lots of laughter, and even more beer. Having respect for our elders and treating everybody with kindness, showing basic manners like yes ma'am and no ma'am, were just how we were raised, and it was expected of us. I remember every year my dad and his friends would do this huge barbecue fundraiser for the football team at the high school, and the whole community would get together, come together to support the football team. Sadly, they don't do that anymore, but those experiences have taught me the importance of family, tradition, and southern hospitality. But my story, I didn't have any sisters growing up. I only had 2 older brothers, so I had a cousin that was basically like my sister. We were only a couple months apart, age-wise. And so she was like my sister. I would spend a lot of my summer vacations and winter breaks in Memphis with her and my aunt and their family. Anyways, growing up, my uncle was Vietnamese, and that introduced me to a world of different cultures, foods, and lifestyles. It also introduced me to a completely different world. City life was much faster and more diverse, and it pushed me to be more independent, open-minded, and such a foodie. I love to explore other cultures and ways of life, and I think that growing up the way that I did and around a diverse background of people, that kind of instilled that curiosity in me. My southern small town culture and my urban experiences often intersect in life, shaping the way I see the world. For instance, the values of respect, family, and community from my southern roots blend with the independence, diversity, and adaptability I've learned within the city life. These qualities work together to make sure that I stay open-minded and respectful of different ways of life. But at the same time, they can conflict. Like with the city, independence and self-reliance are more valued, but in a small town, manners and traditions are more valued. Sometimes balancing these 2 expectations can be tricky, but it has also helped me develop a flexible attitude and a better understanding of different perspectives. Overall, these cultures both intersect and challenge me, pushing me to grow into someone who respects traditions, manners, and has qualities of Southern hospitality, while also being very independent and resilient and adaptable. Understanding how they intersect, complement, and sometimes conflict have helped me grow into somebody who values tradition but also is eager to embrace changes. These cultural influences are at the core of who I am today, shaping my attitude, behaviors, and outlook on life. Thank you. All right, we're done.